Hi, my dear students. Today we are going to talk about the decimals. Okay, let's see if we have a fraction divided into 10 parts and we shade two parts. This fraction is 2/10 or 2 over 10. Okay, if the fraction has denominator 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, and so on, it means we can write it in decimal form. We can write it in decimal form. So 2/10, how can we write it in the decimal form? Okay, we will put 2, and how many zeros we have? We have here 1 0. We have 1 0. So it means we are going to count one digit, and then put the decimal point. Okay. Then after the decimal point, we will put 0 because we don't have any numbers else or any digits else. Okay. So again, 2/10, it means we are going to put two, and how many digits, how many zeros? We have 1 0. It means we are going to count one digit and put the decimal point. Okay. This is represent ones or whole number. This is decimal point, and this is, yes, tenth. The number which comes after the decimal point, it means start with tenths. Tenths. Okay. We read it as 2/10. 3/10 or 3 over 10. We are going to put 3 and count how many zeros. We have 1 0, so count one digit, count and put 0. Means we read it as 3/10. 14/10 means we are going to put 14 as a whole number, but put numerator. Okay, then how many zeros we have? We have 1 0, so count one digit and put the decimal point. Okay, we read it as 1 and 4/10. Okay, how can we we find the forms of decimal? 1.5, it means the standard form we have in digits, means 1.5. Word form, we will express it in letters like 1 and 5/10. Unit form, it means we are going to write the places. Like here we have 1 is ones and 5 is tens. Sorry, so we are going to write 1 ones and 5 tenths. Here we and expanded form, it means we are going to write the values of each digit. Here the value of 1 here, 1, and the value of 5 is 5/10, so we are going to write it 0.5. How can we represent the on number line? If I want to represent 0.5 or 1.5, okay, let's draw the number line and divide it into 10 parts because we have from 0 to 1. We have the denominator here is 10, so we are going to divide it into 10 parts. Okay, in fraction, we write 1/10, 1 over 10, 2 over 10, 3 over 10, and so on. Here we are going to write 0.1, 1/10, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and so on. So 0.5 is here, so we are going to put black dot or any black dot. Okay, put black dot. Then 1.5, how can we write it or draw it? Okay, we are going to divide this number line into 0 and 1. Then from 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9. 1.5 is here, so we are going to put black dot on 1.5. Divided the fraction into hundreds and shaded 12 parts. So this shaded parts represent 12 over 100. Okay, how can we represent it as decimal? we are going to put 12, then count how many zeros we have. We have 2 zeros, so we are going to count 1 digit and 2 digits, then point decimal point. Again, we will put 12. And how many zeros we have? We have 2 zeros, so count 1, 2, and put the decimal point. Okay, this is the whole number, this is decimal point, and this is tens, and this is hundreds. Okay, we read it as 1200, 2300. So we are going to put 23, then count 1, 2, and put the decimal point. We read it as 2300. Okay, 123 hundredths means we are going to put 123 and count how many zeros? 2, then count 1, 2, and put the decimal point. It means 1 and 23 hundredths. Okay, form of the decimal 1.3, we have a standard form, lower digits 1.23. Okay, word form in letters, we are going to write 1 and 2300. Unit form, we are going to write the places of each digit. So we are going to write 1 once, 2 tenths, 300. Expanded form, we are going to write the values of each digit. 1 plus 0.2 plus 0.03. Okay, 0.23 and 1.23. 0.23 is a decimal fraction because we don't have whole number. 1.23 is decimal number because we have whole number. Okay. 2.45, the place value of 2 is 2, is once. The place value of 2 is once and equal to as a value. Okay. 4 here is 10 and the value here is 0.4. 5 is 100 and its value is 0.05. Why 0.05 or why we put this 0? Because the denominator here is hundreds. It's 100. So it means we have 2 digits before the after the okay. Right, 7.04 in words. Okay, it means 7 and 400. Okay, the expanded form of 5.24, it means 5 plus 0.2 plus 0.04. Here, 8 ones and 5 tenths and 9 hundredths. Here we are going to write 4 and 0.24. 9 ones and 8 tenths. It means we are going to write 9.8. 7 plus 0.02, it means 7 and 0.02. 8 plus 0.1 plus 0.2, it means 8.12. The decimal number 8.08 as improper fraction. If he asked me to write it in improper fraction, we are going to put the whole number 808 over 100. The mixed number 13 and 200 as decimal, it means 13.02. The decimal number 3.06 can be written as mixed number 3 and 600. The improper fraction can be written as decimal number. Yes, it will be 2.32. The decimal form of the improper fraction 704 over 100, it means 7.04. The decimal number 5.03 as improper, it means 503 over 100. To convert from meter to decimeter to centimeter to millimeter, we know that from meter to decimeter 10, from decimeter to centimeter 10, from centimeter to millimeter 10. If I will be backward, it means divided 10. Okay, if we have 1 decimeter, and I want to convert it into meter, it means backward. So we are going to divide over 10. It means 1 divided 10, or 1 over 10. 1 divided 10 means 1 over 10 اللي هي can write in decimal form 0.1. So it will be 0.1. So if I have 2 decimeter and I want to convert it into meter, so it will be 0.2, 0.3 if I have another number. Okay. Here 1.4 meter to decimeter. From meter to decimeter, we are going to multiply by 10. So it will be 1.4 times 10. It means 1.4 means what in the fraction? It means 14 over 10 times what? Times 10. Okay, 10 over 10 means 1. So we are going to put 10 over 10. Means 14 times 10 over 10. It means 14. So it will be 14. Or we can cross 0, 10 with 10. So the remainder number is 14. When we multiply 14 over 10 times 10, here we have in the numerator number 10 and in the denominator number 10. So we have two numbers are equal. We can cross these two numbers with each other. It will be 14. 20 centimeter to meter. From centimeter to meter, we are going to divide by, yes, 100. So it will be 20 divided 100. It will be 20 over 100. It means, here we have 0 as ones and 0 as ones. Cross this 0 with this 0. It will be 2 tenths. It will be 0.2. 8 decimeter to meter. To convert from decimeter to meter, it means divided 10. It means 8 over 10. It will be 0.85 millimeter to centimeter. Also divided 10. 5 over 10. It will be 0.5. 400 gram to kilogram. It means over 1,000. It will be 400 over 1,000. Here we have 0 as ones and 0 as ones. Cross zeros with zeros. And 0 as tens, 0 as tens, cross these zeros. Okay, it will be 4 over 10, اللي هي 0.4. 1 equal 10 tenths. 1 equal 10 tenths. 1 also equal 100 over 100 equal 100 hundredths. 1 equal 10 tenths equal 100 hundredths. Okay, with the same meaning, if I put here 2, means 10 tenths or 20 tenths. Yes, 20 tenths. So 2 equal 20 over 10 equal 200 over 100. 3 will be 30 over 10 equal 300 over 100. 1.3 equal 100 هتبقى equal 13 over 10 equal, yes, we are going to put 0. It will be 130 over 100. So 1.3 the same as 1.30. The 0 on the right here don't never change the value. Okay, here 1.3 same as 1.30. 0.3 same as 0.30. 1.5 is same as 1.50. Okay. Comparing decimals. Here we have parts of 10. Then how many shaded parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be 5 tenths. And here 3 tenths. We know that from the comparing of fraction. Yes, 5 is greater, so 5 tenths is greater. If I want to write it in decimal form, it will be 0.5 and here 0.3. Which one is greater? Okay, look at the whole number. Here is 0 and here is 0. So this is equal. Here, how many tenths? 5. And here we have 3 tenths. So 5 tenths is greater. Okay. If we have hundreds, okay, here we have 2700 and here we have 3500. Which one is greater? 35. So, okay. Let's write in decimal form 0.27, 0.35. Here we have 0 as whole and 0 as whole, they are equal. And here we have 2 tenths and 3 tenths. So which one is greater? 3 tenths, so will be greater. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0.6. And here we have 0.60. You know that? This 0 never change the meaning or the equal. So we are going to put here 0 to make them equal decimal places. Okay, so they are equal. 0.78 or 0.80. Here 0 as whole and 0 as whole. 7 and 8. Which one is greater? 7. 8, sorry. 0.60 and 0.6. So we must make them equal decimal places. And here we have 2 decimal places and here we have 1 decimal place. So we are going to put 0 here. So it will be equal. 3500. We will write it in decimal form. 4100. Which one is greater? Yes, 41. Here we have 1.1 and here we have 0.9. Here 1 as whole and 0 as whole. So which one is greater? 1. Adding decimals. We have 2 strategies to adding decimal: model strategies and common denominator strategies. If we have model strategies, here we have like this. We have 3 tenths and 2 tenths collected together in one part. So it will be 5 tenths. So it will be 0.3 plus 0.2 means 0.5. How can we get that? Okay, we will add tenths plus tenths will be 5 and put the decimal point and 0 plus 0 equals 0. 3 tenths plus 2 tenths equal 5 tenths. Common denominator 3 tenths plus 2 tenths equal, yes. Here we have common denominator 10 and add the numerator 3 plus 2 equal 5 will be 5 tenths. 30 over 100 plus 2 over 10. Okay, we can't add if we have here different denominators. So to make them equal denominator, we will add 0 here and 0 here. Okay, add 0, add 0. Will be 100, it will be 100. So we can add the numerator 30 plus 20, 50 over 100 means 0.30 plus 0.20 equals 0.50. 1 and 30 over 100 plus 2 and 2 over 10. It means 1 and 30 over 100 plus 2 and 20 over 100. We will put 0 and 0. Okay, to make them equal denominator. So 20 plus 30 whole number plus whole number, it will be 3 and 50 over 100. If I want to represent it as decimal, 1.30 plus 2.20, it will be 3.50. Thank you.